This is my polish prep video, and I want to share these things with you, the steps that I take to before I apply polish. It helps the nails stay long and healthy, and so I figured I would share this with you, and I know a lot of you wanted to see it anyways. So to get started, the nail polish remover that I use is this one from Onyx Professional. It's 100% pure acetone. And the 100% acetone nail polish removers are extremely hard on your cuticles and your nails. They dry them out, and it just strips it from all moisture. So when using something this powerful, I highly recommend that you invest in some kind of cuticle butter, creams, oils, whatever, to replenish the moisture in your nails and your cuticles. They make different nail polish removers, and you can use whichever one sees fit. This is not damaged. Now, my personal preference with this and opinion is it does not damage my nails. They're still long, very healthy. They're not dry, they're not brittle, they're not pilling, nothing like that. And I've used this particular brand for years because it quickly removes nail glue and glitter. And I patch my nails when they're broken, so that helps me with the nail glue. Sometimes I wear fake nails also. And the glitter polish, I wear glitter almost every day on my nails. Usually there's glitter somewhere. So, I love this stuff. But you also can purchase other items for nail polish removal. You can get the nourishing kind, the kind with like vitamin E in it. You can get nail polish remover pads like this brand has LA Colors that are scented, and they work actually really nicely. But I like using these with my stamping stuff, so I don't particularly use them on my nails. The first step in this process is to remove your nail polish. And I always like, usually I will rip the cotton ball and use several different small pieces. This time I'm not going to worry with it, but I'm just going to lay the cotton ball on saturated cotton ball onto my nail like this for a few seconds. And then I lightly rub, and almost all of the nail polish came off. So that's how I like to remove my nail polish. After my polish is removed, the next thing I like to do is take a capful of the nail polish remover and some Q-tips. This step's optional, but if you have long nails, it's very important that you polish your free edges, and we'll get into that in a moment. But I like to take the nail polish remover up under my nails as well and get whatever polish may still be there. This is where, if you want to take any length off of your nails, this would, in my opinion, be the best time to do it. I know if you're going to use clippers or something like that, you probably should do it after you've washed your hands or taken a shower or a bath, when your nails are kind of soft, because if they're like hard like this, they'll just like pop off everywhere. It causes them to break weird. I'm going to show you how I take length off of my nails, and I do it with one of these like cardboard kind of files that has the coarser grit on it. And then I refine my edges with a glass nail file, which has a very fine grit on it, and it helps just smooth it out so nicely, and it doesn't make them break or tear or anything like that. So glass files are really nice for that, but they're not so much nice for taking length down off of your nails because they are such a fine grit. So to shape my nails and take length off of them, I'm going to show you on one finger. I just take the file, and you can see this, but I'm just holding it. Well, I'll show you on my thumb actually. But this is how I do it every single time. I try to just hold it straight like that, and then I just give it a good file straight across, because there's lots of different ways to file your nails. but I like the square. Even though my thumbs have patches on them, I'm not ready to clip down that far to where the tears are, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to be giving my nails their square shape again. And then if you want more of a squoval look, which is a square with like oval rounded sides, you just hold your file at a different angle like this. Or, you know, round nails. I don't do round nails at all, so I don't know. I just like the square ones like this, so I just file straight across like that. So once I get what I'm looking for, I take the glass file and, like I said, refine it, which just goes straight across. I round my edges so I kind of have a squoval kind of look, because I don't like the sharp edges. And then I file it back. And then it's very smooth. And that's how I shape and file my nails. I also want to mention that I know that you're not supposed to file in all different directions, but when taking length off, you can file in any direction you want to, because then you use the glass file to refine it. And for me, if I do have any nicks or like little tears that I might have gotten from filing down the length, then this takes care of it. And that's all I do. And with the glass file, when I get to the glass file, I try to remember to stay in one direction with the actual glass file to refine it. But with this, the coarser grit, I just go, you know, fast and any which way I want to go with this to take down length fast. Which, in my opinion, is way better than the actual clippers. And if you have any of that, you know, some of the nail pieces and dust, just rake it off onto a towel. And sometimes it all doesn't come off. Now, this is the part of my routine where I use my cuticle remover. Or if your cuticles don't need to be removed, which is just dry skin around your nail in that cuticle area, you can use various different cuticle stuff to push back your cuticles. Sometimes I use a plastic rubber cuticle pusher, and most of the time I actually use a metal one. But the metal one is extremely sharp. If you own this one, you know. If you don't and you're looking to own one, be extremely careful and use with caution, because you will slice your fingers up with that one. Today I'm going to use my Super Nail Cuticle Softener and Remover, and this is the only cuticle remover that I use, and I recommend it. It's under $3 and it works very well. And you get 4 ounces, 4 fluid ounces for under 3. So I'm going to use this, but you can also use like a cuticle softener. This is from Revlon, and use that to soften your cuticles and just push them back. But today, I'm doing this. I'll do a couple fingers. Also, once a week I do a nail soak, and I will link that below because I did do a do-it-yourself video on that. And I will link that below, and any other nail videos that might be helpful, I will link those below. So just massage that cream into my cuticle area. Get all around the nail. And I like to do it on a towel. And it will like instantly remove the cuticle. I like to use this side of my cuticle pusher. And I push Now the metal cuticle pushers can also be damaging to your nail, so you want to be careful not take off anything or be too rough. And then I take and on its side quickly, I'll show you, and just rake out any of the extra skin that might be there. And that's all I do with that particular product. I forgot to mention that when you're filing your nails, taking off length and stuff, if you have deep ridges in your nails, I sometimes do. And what I do is I use a nail buffer that after you take length off your nails, that would be a good time to use something like this before you take your cuticles and stuff off. And this one's just a 4-sided one. It does the natural shine and it just removes those ridges. I've already done this last week, so I do it probably about once a month, and it can be pretty harsh on your nails. I feel like especially the 8-sided ones can be extremely harsh and make your nails really thin and brittle. So be careful with those, but that would be a good time to use that if you want. Now's the time that I wipe my hands off instead of going in straight and washing them, because the next step requires washing hands too. And in this step, you can just use regular cuticle oil or something like that. But I also want to mention first, for the ladies who always ask about, like the really hard skin that comes on the side of your cuticles, it's really dry, and if you peel it off, it leaves really sore, raw spots on your nails. It looks really ugly, and a way to fix that is you can clip them off. Be careful though. Clip them off, and you can always take a coarser grit file and just file it down like that. I learned this from JapanNails&More. I will link her channel below. She's awesome, and I've learned a lot of nail tips from her, but mainly you want to just, file that down, and that will help a lot with that, because I had one of those the other day, filed it down, and it didn't peel off or get irritated or anything. I was able to restore that. So next, this will be the part after you do that, to use your cuticle oils. And I usually use the Super Nail Cuticle Oil, and I love that stuff. Today I'm using something different, but you can use, regular, just cuticle oils. You can use a nail butter right here. This is from Nail. This is a Beeswax cuticle cream. You can use this right now. And part of that, you can use a Cuticle Softener. You can use this, something like this elf pen cuticle thingy. Sally Hansen Cuticle Massage Cream in this step. So there's lots to choose from. You don't have to use the exact same thing I'm using, unless you want to. And this time I'm using the Sally Hansen Vitamin E Nail and Cuticle Oil, and I'm going to be applying that. Get that all around the cuticle. You can also just brush it onto your nail if you'd like. It doesn't matter. And what you're going to do here, after you get that on your nails, you're going to massage that into your cuticle and into your nail. You're going to allow that at least 5 minutes to soak into your skin, and you're going to go wash this off. And while I'm explaining that, after that, when I wash my hands, this particular part in my routine, I take my nail brush and I scrub underneath my nails, and I scrub off anything that might still be left on to the nail. Went and washed my nails and used my nail brush. So the next step is to apply your hand cream, and I'm currently using Vaseline's Total Moisture Healthy Hand and Nail. This stuff works great. It's thick, it's creamy, very moisturizing, and it absorbs quite quickly, but you still have that moisturized feeling. And it's about $4, but you get 3 ounces, and it works great. It works wonders, actually. If you have extremely dry hands, check that stuff out. And earlier I forgot to mention that sometimes I use Bubble White. It's whitens, brightens, and cleans nails in minutes. And you can get this at Sally's for under $2. And I like to use this sometimes. It's a 5-minute nail cleaner. But this time I didn't need it, so I'm not going to use it. But sometimes I do use this, okay? Almost forgot to mention that. And that would be, you should use that around the time that you use your nail soak, or after you take your polish off, you know, somewhere along in one of those steps, after one of those. After I apply my hand cream and it's completely absorbed into my skin, if you cannot find that Vaseline one, get something with cocoa butter, aloe, shea butter in it. Something like that, that's really thick and very moisturizing, known to moisturize, okay? And after that, my nails are completely bare, and if you want to let them breathe for, you know, 30 minutes to 24 hours, a couple days, whatever you want to do, depending on their length, you know, I would say I don't really go more than a couple hours without nail polish. Sometimes I go to bed without nail polish, but I'm not really worried about breaking one in my sleep. But doing household things, and I don't like to go without nail polish, especially because I have long nails, and I want to keep them that way. So I don't go very long without nail polish. But occasionally I do let them breathe. And so the next thing I would do after my hand cream has absorbed, which I applied it about 5 minutes or so ago, I use a nail hardener. Sometimes I use a nail fortifier, which is actually better than a nail hardener. It's less harsh on your nails, I would say. But I've been using the Hansen Maximum Shield for over a week now, and I actually really like the results. I haven't had any breakage, any tears, or anything while actually using this particular product. And it's just the one in the purple bottle, and it looks like this. I like to apply this to my bare, clean nail at this point. You want to apply your hardener before anything else goes on your nails, so remember that. And the nail fortifier, it also strengthens your nails and stuff, but like I said, in a less harsh manner than just a hardener, because over time hardeners will make your nails become brittle. They'll break very easily, and so I switch out pretty regularly, but this is about going on my 2nd week using this, and I haven't seen anything different change for me. So I just apply that directly to my nail. And I never apply polish on my cuticles. Never. So I try to be very careful in that area. And this is very, very important if you have long nails and want them to stay that way. You want to polish your free edge. If you don't know what your free edge is, just turn your nail over. It's all this area exposed here. But I don't completely paint the entire back side. I just do the edges. And this is a very important step if you have long nails. After your nail hardener is dried, grab your base coat. That's going to be your next step. I like to do it in this order because, you know, I feel like if you apply the nail hardener in any other order, it doesn't really work as well. You want it to harden your nail, so you want it to be directly on your nail. Then the base coat, and then your polish, and then your top coat is how I like to apply my polishes. Now also, if you want extra strength from the nail hardener, you want to apply your nail hardener over top of your manicure at least every couple days if you want extra strength. I usually don't, because I don't need any extra strength, because most of the top coats I actually use have nail hardener in them as well. So I do that. And I apply a top coat every so often throughout the week if I want my manicure to last even longer. Now, I do dishes, I do clean, I do all kinds of house things, and usually following these steps and reapplying my top coat every couple days on top of my manicure helps it stay that way without chipping. So that's just another little tip there. So I use the Beauty Secrets base coat for now. It's a moisturizing nail primer. I don't know about moisturizing, but I like it because it's thick, and they recently changed the formula on this, so I'm going to be switching over to something else soon. But for now, I'm using the Beauty Secrets one. And do a thick layer without actually just, bombarding it. And it is a pretty thick base coat, and I really like that. That's my favorite thing about it. And once again, polish your free edge. After applying your base coat and you've allowed that time to dry, I want to mention again, try your hardest not to get any polish onto your cuticles. Because you've already moisturized them, you have your hand cream on and everything. And it's just really harsh for your skin to be just always have polish on them. And using nail polish remover and stuff, so they go through enough. So try really hard not to get polish in your cuticle area or even on your cuticles. And then after this is done, that's all I do. Then the next step is obviously polish. Pick out your favorite color and begin to polish your nails. I will probably do a separate video on how to get the perfect manicure and do your nail polish in like 3 swipes, or well, 3 strokes for your polish, and avoid hitting your cuticle. So let me know if you're interested in that, because I probably will end up doing it anyways for the perfect manicure. And it takes practice, but it's worth it if you have the patience to work at it. So then after your polish, you top coat. And the top coat I'm using now is the Kiss Jet Dry Quick Drying Top Coat. This is a protect and seal one, which is what all top coats are supposed to do, is protect and seal in your design. This one dries in less than a minute. It's amazing. If you can find this at your Dollar General or wherever Kiss products are sold in your area, recommend picking it up. It was under $4 and it works really nicely. It gives a really high gloss, glassy finish to your nails as well, and I really love that. And yeah, so that would be my last step. And then after that, in the polish line, and then after that, after everything's dried, I like to go in with the Sally Hansen Cuticle Massage Cream. And this is the orange one. It smells awesome. And it's about $5 at Walmart. But I like to use the massage cream after I get all my polishes on and just replenish my cuticles. And then that's everything that I do for my polish prep and my complete polish routine. And I do this every single time, unless the steps that I mentioned that I do maybe once a month or once a week. So that's that. I hope you enjoyed it, found it helpful. Let me know if you did. If you have any comments, concerns, requests, anything like that, leave them down below. And thank you guys for watching.